Hello folks, I'm JDporkchop and welcome to another episode of Surviving Space Engineers. Today we are going to finish our dry dock and get to space. I have just been down here collecting a little bit more gold, or quite a bit more gold actually, because we had ran out. As you can probably guess, I didn't dig this hole with this little ship. This was the big barge. For the deeper stuff I sort of just cut a big trench. You just keep going back and forth over with it until you get down deep enough. But we used an absolute ton of gold to build this thing, the nanite controller. Absolute crazy amount of resources. So just grabbing a bit more to get it finished. In today, what we're going to do, so we're going to finish off the dry dock, which I did most of yesterday evening. It's now Saturday morning. So I've just posted the video for today, so you should be getting that now. So I hope you're having a good weekend. We're going to build a little ship, and by the end of this episode we are going to be establishing ourselves permanently. Wow, this thing is super slidey when it's full. That's funny. Go that way. We have overshot by a mile. Yeah, we're going to get ourselves established in space, and maybe the beginnings of a small base set up or something, or at least maybe the location scouted out. I think I want to find out like a hollow asteroid. With all these new enemies, we have to really be thinking about defense. So I think a hollow asteroid and build the base inside it is going to be the best approach. I was originally just going to build like a floating space station. I just feel that that's going to get attacked constantly, and I'm going to be always doing repairs and stuff, so I don't know if I can be bothered with that. But feel free to tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you want a big floating thing? Do you want it inside an asteroid? Do you want, I don't know, what other options are there? Maybe on the surface of the asteroid. Right. And dock. Perfect. So, no fuel. So yeah, that's all the gold that we should need. I've also run out of cobalt as well, I think, but I'll do that off camera. I don't think we need any more. Oh, one little thing about that spaceship. All three models have pretty much identical setups, except obviously the change. But on this one, I had to move these container things so that the three dots are there. So that was easy enough, you just flip them around. And then on the back here, there is a conveyor sorter there. That means I can eject the stone out the back. So that's the only difference for those compared to the other two. My welding ship is like an absolute godsend. I've always, every time I play this game, I always have a little welding ship, but this one has been particularly good. It's responsive, it's fast, but it has the braking power. It just does the job really well, better than that droid, little drone we had, which was always a temporary thing, but that thing became a bit of a pain in the ass to use, to be honest. Okay, so let's just go and have a look at our dry dock. So I have added some embellishments here and there, nothing fancy, just to sort of give it a little bit of pizzazz. These are obviously all from mods. Railings, the piping and stuff, and all in all I'm quite pleased. I decided in the end that I wanted to keep it open, so we got rid of the sort of crane looking thing. I didn't like it, it looked too spindly and just didn't look right. And I've settled with this, so yeah, I'm very happy. So with all the previews and showing off done, let's get this thing finished. The last 100 conductor things have been put in. I just have to weld it up now. With that done, we will talk about what this is going to, how this thing works. There we go. All welded up. The nanite controller is going to need some beacons attached to the things that you want to repair. So that's going to have to make sure that we put those beacons on any ships that we have now. Open sesame. Open sesame? Yeah. I think there's a thing where I've set it to detect players, but if you're sitting inside a ship, it doesn't detect you. Because it doesn't open all the time. Sometimes it does, so I'm not sure. Once again, I think I've done it wrong. Anyway. Let's get this thing parked. There we go. Perfect. Let's go out the front. So, in here, this is all the nanite blocks. That's the main facility thing that we have underneath. This is an ore detector. We will not be using these. I think that is like super OP. Basically, it will just mine ore out of the ground using nanites, and that's to me that's just cheating. So we will not be using that 100%. And as we talked about in the last episode, I'll only be using this nanite block in designated ship repair areas. Otherwise, it just becomes too powerful. But the way that you do make those ship repairs is with these beacons. Projection, I'm guessing, is going to be the one that we'll be using. Oops. Oh wait, no. We also have the repair blocks. Let's just see, what do we need to put one of these down, and we'll go stick. I know my mining barge has a couple of dents in it, so we'll see if I can get that. He's like one of everything. Let's just grab some bits. So what was it? It's like that. Those anymore. Pipes, construction parts, computers. Where are those little radio things? There we go. I just need one of those. Is that everything I need? Computers. Oh, and a power cell. Where are the power cells? There. I think that's everything. If not, we'll come back. But let's just see. I'm not entirely sure what the radius is on that thing. Might not reach out as far as this, but that's okay. I'll fly it over to the dock. So let's just stick it in here. Stick it on the inside, somewhere where it's not going to get damaged easily. Here, stick it there. And there we go. Now, I'm sure like one of these engines had sort of got a couple of scrapes, so I might have came and repaired them all. There we go. So, it's maybe not in range. I'll have a fiddle with it off camera. But that is basically how it's going to work. Now for this, we are going to what we're going to do. Come in here and we are going to put just a little control panel in here. So otherwise I've got no other way of accessing it. See, it's turned red, so I'm not even sure if it's working. There you go, got to turn it on. So see if this is repairing now. I remember the last time I played with this, you can see the little nanites like floating through the air. It has like a little graphic. Being repaired, 63%. So I've got to try and remember 63%. Oh no, there you go. See them? If we go up here now, some of this should be getting repaired. I think. Let's have a look. Maybe? It's definitely doing something. Maybe it's repairing like some blocks over here or something that are damaged. I can definitely see it doing something. I'll work it out later. So, yes, we're going to put a little... What's it doing? Yeah, it's definitely, look, as the resources are definitely going down. So it's definitely repairing something. What would be need glass? Maybe one of the solar panels was damaged? Anyway. Right, stop getting sidetracked. Right, let's stick this here. Oops. Go. And now we can get in here and we can access the projector. from this, tell you what's going to make this difficult is I can't see what it's projecting because there's a wall in the way. Okay, let's have a little think. Right, now, sadly, I have not had time to design my own blueprint this time. I will, whenever I have the time, I'm going to try my best to use my own stuff. Okay. But that is not always going to be possible. So this is one I found. It seems like it's been... Well, has it already started fixing things? No, I think that's a graphical glitch. Okay, before we do anything, I should probably turn this off, so I don't want it building it. Yeah, it's already doing it. Ah, no, stop. That was stupid. So it's already started building things in the wrong place. Fantastic. That was my own stupid fault. Let's make sure it hasn't done it anywhere else. What was I saying? Yeah, so sadly, I just haven't had time. I mean, these builds, these big builds, take a lot of work, you know. Some of them are very impressive and beyond my level of skill. Alright, vertical offset. Do you know what? I'm going to do this off camera because this might take quite a bit of fiddling, but I will be back. So, I think I need to build this a little bit longer. Half the ship is hanging out the back of it. So I think in between episodes I'm going to extend it to probably where that stone patch is. Just so it doesn't look so ridiculous with most of it hanging out. I've turned on the nanites, it's all set up, and it seems to be doing the job. It's doing it very, very slowly. Which makes me sad, but, you know, these things have to be balanced. So, what we're going to do is get some upgrades on it. I've already placed them down. We have 2 construction upgrades, which adds more construction nanites, so it can build more blocks, and 2 speed upgrades. I actually might put 2 more speed upgrades on it. So, speed, I haven't got any more plates. Okay, well, I'll maybe add some more later. So yeah, we're going to add some upgrades, try and get this thing built quicker. As I was saying before, but very badly because I was trying to concentrate and talk at the same time, I will always try and use my own builds where applicable. But you have to understand that something this big and this complex probably took the designer, you know, a long time, you know, several hours I would imagine, if not longer. And I try to get an episode out every day. And I also have a real life going on, so I'm maybe not always going to be able to use my own designs, and that's a shame. I really would love to, but it's also the reality. So when I can, I will do my own stuff. Yeah, when we build the big carrier thing at the end, like the big dreadnought super carrier thing that I have planned, which will be near the end of the series, that will be my design. That will be something that we build and design together. But for now, just using a blueprint off the workshop is fine. So I'll quickly just show you. The one that we're using is the Serenity X, the S19, SS19, by Nostria99. I will put a link in the description. It was on the front page of the workshop and it just looked really smart. One of the things I really like about it is under here, it has a little pod for putting a rover. Has a little rover in it. Sadly, the rover isn't showing up because blueprints, when you do it like this, it doesn't show up subgrids, which I guess means the little turret on top isn't attached either. Can't remember where it was. There was a subgrid turret. I think that might be. Anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, I really like this design. So for now, we're going to use this instead of my own. But my own designs will come, there will be plenty of them, and we've already done a few, you know, those 2 over there were both mine, all the little ships inside apart from the fighter. So, yeah. Anyway, enough talking. I just talk constantly through these bloody things. I always feel that there's so much information to relay to you guys, though, about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. So, I have loaded up my welder with all the stuff for those little upgrades. We're going to detach, and are we damaged, or is it? No, it's just the updraft. Let's go into a first person. We're going to go and, try and build some things. I think I might need to put a couple more side thrusters on these things, because they seem very slippy going sideways. Maybe it's just my bad driving. That's probably more likely. Oh, we've forgotten something, haven't we? It seems so. I'll get out in a minute. Look. Ooh. Okay. Let's try this one. Yeah, no, we've definitely forgotten something. It's probably going to be something really simple. Oops, wrong button. Let's have a look. What have we forgotten? Oh wow, these need tons of stuff. These ones are like really cheap. They only need like 50. Wow, okay. Well, I'm going to need maybe do some more mining, or... no, we should have enough gold for that. Well, maybe. Okay, I might build those between episodes. Let's go and see how our ship is doing. It's slowly sort of creeping along, isn't it? It kind of worries me though that it's all just the framework and it's not actually adding, like finishing off the blocks. So it's just putting one... Maybe it's like it lays out the whole thing first and then does it? I don't know. Sure, it'll be fine. Let me think. What do we still need? So I can try and get these ones done. So we need some more super conduit, power cells and computers, and more steel plates. Okay, let's do that. Let's get those at least finished. Whee. One of the best things about this game, one of the things I really enjoy is flying the smaller ships. You know, the big ones are really cool to look at. They're not always that much fun to... I really need to fix that. I'm going to fix that right now. It's going to drive me crazy. Well, no, I won't. I'll fix it soon. I say that and then I won't fix it. Right, let's get this thing parked. And down. Right, what do we still need? So, we still needed some more power cells, I think it was. Let's type super in and go. And power cells. And let's just take all of them. And then I think it was metal plates was the other thing, wasn't it? Okay. Let's go. You see how much quicker it is doing this, though? Do you know what? Let's just open the doors and leave them open. Oop, wrong button. Yeah, using this little welding thing is so much quicker, because you have so much more space, you know, so much more carrying capability. You don't have to keep going back and forth. That was one of the real things about building the main base when we built that. Why I built that little drone, because it stopped all the going back and forth, which was driving me crazy. Okey-dokey. Turn my welders on. Why won't you weld up? Why won't you weld? I did put the stuff in, didn't I? Power cells. Power cells. Oh, let's use some of them, because there was definitely 100 in there before. Ah, I tell you what, I forgot. Computers. Yep. Alright. Just gotta do that by hand. They're not bad. Yes, I need computers. Wow, I've got no computers left. We just use so much resources. Ah, look, it's doing it. Oh, it's doing it, it's doing it. Oh, exciting. Okay, weld that up. What's that one missing? More computers. Man, this is getting expensive. Right, don't even have any to do, so let's just put that there. And why are the other ones not working? They should be slaved so that they work. I don't know. It'll work later. I'm trying to really get this done today so that we can... Did it just fix it itself? So I didn't need to do any of that. Oh. I suppose it'll do that one when I have enough conduit then. That's cool. Wow. I think that actually really sped it up. At least I think so. Anyway, we must be cracking on into the time allotted. So I am going to cut here. I'm going to do some little fiddling about with things off camera. And then I'm going to put my welder back. And then we will be back. So we've kind of hit a little bit of a snag. That thing is super power hungry. Which, now I think about it, really kind of makes sense. But yeah, we're about halfway built, kinda, and the base is completely out of energy. So I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn it off, and we are going to go and build a wind farm. Now, I know I said we'd get to space by the end of this episode. That, it turns out, was a bit premature on my part. So, I think what the plan is going to be is improve some of my power options. That includes, well, what could we do? A lot of the uranium, I brought back uranium, and I think we ended up with like 200 pellets, 200 units, and I've used quite a lot of that. I still have some left, just sort of squirreled away, and there's some in all the little mining and welding and grinding ships. I think the fighter has some in it as well. Ooh. Oops. I have forgot to put that away. That was a bit silly. I'll sort that out later. At least nothing broke, I don't think. Which is a bit of a miracle, actually. There's nothing broken on it. Wow, nothing's even damaged. This doesn't have one of the... it was quite low down, I guess. It doesn't have a rod on it, so it's not that thing fixing it. At least I don't think so. Anyway. So, I think the best thing is I'm going to do some windmills here. Maybe a sun tracking solar tower? We could build it like up on the cliff up there. And actually have it so that it follows the sun across the sky. But we already have so many solar panels, and we're just not creating enough power. I had power problems before I put that thing in. Every time this docked up and started recharging its batteries, because it doesn't have any fuel in its reactors, they would drain out the whole base, which is why I've got so many batteries. So I'm going to have a think about it. Those hydrogen engines are just so hungry, I don't think I want to go down that route. I think it's just going to have to be more and more solar panels. We'll try the wind as well. The windmills are quite good. But I think with that, it means I have a lot of work to do in between episodes, so here's a good place to wrap it up and then do a load of work and maybe do some more recording tonight. So I hope you enjoyed this. We're definitely making big strides in the direction that we want to go in. This is going to be a super grade A cool spaceship that is going to get us to space in the next episode. I will make sure of it. And yeah, I'd love to hear your comments, your thoughts, any ideas for different mods. Do you like the mods that I'm using? Do you like that ship? Stick it all in the comments, and I will see you in the next episode.